Welcome to Blind Beauty. Together, we can make beauty accessible. Welcome to Blind Beauty. I'm Jennifer. Yes, I know it's been a long time, but I wanted to do a get ready with me for going out shopping today. And this is the finished look. So, I mean, it's all drugstore products, all affordable. So, hopefully you like the look and you stay tuned. And if you do like this look, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and also hit the like button. So, and if you want to, give me a comment about whatever you like to wear whenever you go out. Alright, what do you say we get started here? And yes, I'm kind of out of practice here. First thing I'm going to use is the Vitamins by Wet n Wild. I consider it a primer spray because I'm using a more matte finish foundation, so I figured go ahead and use the primer spray as well as the other primers I'm going to use. Go kind of heavy because, you know, my face could use a little bit of extra moisture. For some reason I'm getting to be more dry. Now, y'all may wonder where I've been, why I haven't done any videos, and if you saw some of my last videos, you saw that the lighting was pretty bad, and I didn't like putting out content like that, so I wanted to wait until I had better lighting. And this is the EOS Shea lip balm. I'm going to put that on. Plus there's been things where I thought I was moving and that completely fell through. So, you know, it's just been one thing after another. Plus I've been battling bad headaches. Real quick, I'm going to put my hair back on one side to where it's not falling down in my foundation. And I have somewhat of a pixie cut, an undercut pixie cut now. But now I'm going to go in with the Believe Beauty. I believe this is the Illuminating Primer. Radiantly Primed Primer. And I'm going to put this on my cheeks and pretty much like my under eye area, chin a little bit, and then I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer on my forehead, nose, my area between my nose and mouth, basically my T-zone. So, but, you know, it is what it is. We go with the flow, right? And I do apologize if there's sound quality issues because I'm working on that as well. Now, I don't know how edited this will be. I'm trying to do this legit, getting ready. Now, it might take a little bit longer because I am talking, but I'm going out and going to Walmart and Dollar Tree, so, and I have my nails done already, so, but I'm trying to talk quieter as I might sound weird, but I don't like an audience until after it's all said and done. So, that might sound weird, but, you know, that's who I am. And like I said, this is the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer. I love this stuff. And I've also been trying to replace some of my favorite products. I was staying somewhere else for a little while, and let's just say I couldn't get all my stuff from there. And I had all my favorite makeup products there. So I kind of been having to make do for the most part with what I had here. Now I have quite a bit here, but just not the stuff I'm comfortable with. If you use makeup regularly, you know what I'm talking about. You've got your certain products that you like, that you're used to, that you're comfortable with, and say you lose every bit of it. Well, that was my situation. I lost everything I was comfortable with, including all the brushes, the hair products, the skincare products, every bit of it, gone. So I'm having to slowly replace some of it, as well as get some newer things and try different things. Now I'm going to use the Jolt eye drops because my eyes could use it, and I'm not very good at this, so I'll have to be quiet doing it. But I do about 30 drops in each eye. Hold it open, close it, and sometimes I miss the eye altogether. But I've got several ideas for videos. I'm not sure whether I want to do 5 videos a week, 3 videos a week, you know, what, but I want to get back into doing regular videos, especially now that I have good lighting, and I've got some tag ideas. I've got some battle of the drugstore video ideas, like powders and different things that I can see what I'm doing and see if there's a difference. That way I can tell you honestly what the good ones are, what the bad ones are that I've found, at least. Yes, my eyes are watering because of those drops, but if you like a good cooling drop, those are pretty decent. This is the CoverGirl Outlast Extreme Wear in the shade 845. This might not fully match me right now because I've been attempting to self-tan. So, keyword attempting. So, but I'm going to put some of this on my hand, on my fingers. I use a little more probably than I should, probably 2 pumps or close to it, but I've got a tissue where I can wipe some of it off. But I also am going to go down my neck because of the self-tanning, and I'm going to do something a little different today than y'all have seen me do. I'm going to use my e.l.f. powder brush, which is odd that it's called powder brush because it's flat, more like a complexion brush, but they have a complexion brush that is more of a fluffy powder brush. So now I'm going to take that brush that I mentioned and buff this in. Luckily this doesn't set too terribly fast. If I cover my face, I do apologize. Like I said, it's been a while since I've filmed. But yeah, I'm going to take this and buff it in, and then take a beauty blender, well, not beauty blender, the Real Techniques Miracle Sponge, and tap it in as well. Plus I've got review ideas, I've got maybe hair ideas where I talk about styling a pixie type cut, pixie undercut in particular, and like what products I use that I could recommend. Okay, there we go. I always have to look up close. Plus I have video ideas for like over 40. I know I'm not 40, but I'm getting close enough, unfortunately. But that's better than the alternative, I guess. And I am getting out more. I have the local bus that I use. Now I have the paratransit service, so that helps me to get out a little more. Now I'm just taking that sponge and tapping this in just to make sure there's no like brush marks or anything like that. Now I could put another layer on, but I don't really like double layering this. Yes, I'm patting. So I get out about once a week, and that does me some good. Alright, now I'm taking the the CoverGirl True Blend Concealer in Soft Tan, and I'm going to put that one under my eyes and conceal any blemishes that I have. Then I have a lighter one as well. My sinuses are acting up, y'all. No, it's not COVID or anything like that. The foundation does a really good job, but still, I like to go the extra mile and make sure I'm fully concealed, because I like more of a full coverage whenever I use that. Now, I have been actually going with a more natural coverage in some cases. So now I'm using just a little sponge. I think I got this in a multi-pack from Dollar Tree or something like that. It's an hourglass shaped sponge. But I don't spend a lot of time out usually. Maybe, well, some people would say 3 hours or whatever is a lot. But if you figure having to walk to different stores as well as having trouble finding things, that really isn't a lot of time, especially for going to like the Dollar Tree and making other stops. So, and I'm putting this lighter color. I'm not sure of the shade. I'll have to see if I can tell. On the outer corner, a couple of dots in the middle, Cupid's bow right in the center of the chin, down my nose, and I'm putting this on my eyelids just a little bit to help cancel out that darkness. So, then I'm using that same sponge, and I also put some on the very corners of the nose. I'm gonna put just a little bit on the little lines between the nose and the mouth on the edges, because that helps to bring those forward a little more, even though I really don't need them forward much. And you can tell this is quite a bit lighter. But yeah, I've got so many plans, and I may start out at like 3 videos a week, then try to go to 5. I don't know, so that maybe I don't burn out, don't overdo. But I could always film multiple videos in one go. Excuse me, y'all. Can't help that. like I said, I don't know how much I'm going to be editing this. I'd like to have this up today, but like I said, I'm going out. So, and the internet here is not fastest. So even though I might plan on, you know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday through Friday, it could be Tuesday through Saturday by the time it's actually uploaded. Now, I'm going to take my powder. I had another little brush out to do my concealer, but decided not to use that today. This is the Maybelline Fit Me powder. I've used quite a bit of this stuff, and this is just a flat tapered powder brush. It's the small one. I can't see the number on here. I think it says PO5 of Profusion. I'm just dipping that in and going to pat that under the eye. I've got another brush that I'll use to sweep it off. And I am just tapping that under the eye. So it is rather thick, but like I said, I'm going to go in pretty much right away with another smaller brush, if I can spot it real quick. Oops. And dust it away. This is one of the BH Cosmetics brushes, which I don't know if y'all can even get these anymore because of BH filing bankruptcy. All my Eco Tools brushes I've had to, the ones that I've replaced, which is the Eye Duo, but all my other, like I had Start the Day set, which was not a cheap set, like 10 bucks whenever I got it. That's gone, and I loved that set. I did create an Amazon list, which I want to give a shout out to Stephanie Gorman because she's bought me a couple things off that list. And some mysterious person, I don't know who because they didn't put their name on it, also got me a couple things off that list. Now I'm using that e.l.f. complexion brush with this Fit Me powder and just buffing this pretty much in. Well, not really buffing, but, well, yeah, buffing. Because I've learned that if I don't buff, sometimes it can look extra powdery, and it don't always set just right if I just sweep it. So, but I have that list with Blind Beauty items that I can link below. I also have Patreon that you can subscribe and get little things like business cards for a small amount a month. Whoops, sorry about that. I bumped the microphone. And the higher you go month, the more you get, you know, as a thank you. Then I also have PayPal.me, where you can donate there if you want to. Now I'm going to go in with the Rimmel Natural Bronzer. And we're going to go in with that e.l.f. complexion brush again. And I swirl it in there, tap it off. And I'm going to bronze up the perimeter of my face dab it on the edges, and then go back and forth in windshield wiper motions right there at the temples, kind of blending, because I have actually, due to lighting, sometimes thought, ooh, I look good, and then I get outside and looks like I have a big old streak of mud down my face. So, which is not cool. Not cool. Whenever I go out, I tend to go all out, makeup-wise. Floor coverage, but that's partly because I also try to give out or leave in key areas some business cards. So, but, you know, that's the only way to get my name out there. Then this is the Profusion Angled Powder Brush. Dipping into that. I'm going to do a light contour. Luckily, this is not a real deep contour like, say, the Physicians Formula Sculpting Bronzer, which I also have and have been playing with. Now this is, I don't know what brush this is. This is a Real Techniques, real angled brush. I'm going in with the tip of it. I'm going to contour the nose. That means I go down the sides, at the tip, and then I use the flat part to buff it up. Well, up and down rather. I know some people may not like doing that, and that's their prerogative, really. I just like how it looks, so I'm using that complexion brush again just to kind of buff out that contour. When in doubt, blend it out. Now I can't really see blush even with this lighting, but I still tend to put it on. This is another BH Cosmetics blush brush, and I do apologize for that. And this is the blush duo from e.l.f. and Spiced Apple. Has a real pretty, as Emily Noel says, in from the cold looking blush, and a golden type highlight is the best way I know to describe it. Going into that blush on the tip of this brush, tap it off, and just brush it on the cheeks. Brushes are harder to put up. This is another BH Cosmetics, but it's a real fluffy type brush. And I'm going to go into that highlight and do right on top of the cheekbones. And I'll go right above the brow, just a little bit. But, yeah, I'm thankful that I was able to come back here where I'm at whenever things didn't work out before, again. But going also on my nose, a little bit in the forehead, Cupid's bow, and right there on my chin as well. So there we go. There's that. Alright, now we're going to go into the eyeballs. Well, not eyeballs, but I'm taking the Maybelline Color Tattoo in, well, front runner. It's like a white type color. I'm using a flat brush to do that because like I said, I have nails now, so. Well, it's I guess more of a champagne type color, not a stark white. Because it's not like the Too Cool that Maybelline used to have. But I'm gonna put that on the lids here. But I'm hoping to, I'm working on finding a place, whether it's to buy or to rent. I'm not sure which I'll be doing yet. That takes time and luck. I hate to say that, but it does. And I figure it will happen in the good Lord's time. So, like I said, I'm just putting this on the eyelids. I'm not going all the way up or anything like that. Just on the lids. Here. And going into the crease just a tiny bit. And into that inner corner. Now this stuff stays put. I have another, well, I actually have a few different colors of this. And those, I know, take some heavy duty makeup remover to get off. I mean, I've got to get some oil-based makeup remover actually. Well, I have cleansing oil, but that doesn't always take it off either. But I need to get an oil-based eye makeup remover to help take off my waterproof mascara and all that too. Alright, all the face brushes are pretty much done. I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and kind of blend that out just a little bit so that it's not as harsh. Now I do also have my little color change, or brush, I call it a color changer, but you have one of those that I picked up from the Dollar Tree a while back. There we go, that's not as harsh. And the palette we're going to be using today is the Maybelline Nudes of New York, but I'm going to go in, no, I'll use the palette first, get that done and taken care of. And I'm trying to watch the time as well. So, because my ride for today is going to be here at 12:30, and I still have some stuff I want to do before some other stuff happens today. So, but I have that on my eyes. Now I'm going to be using, I talked about this set, if I can find both of them again, the EcoTools Dual Eye Set. We're going to do a quick, and I do mean fairly quick, look with this. Probably using 2, maybe 3 shades. Now I have on like a shirt that has Choose Joy on it, and it's like a pinky purple type color to me. So I'm still gonna go fairly neutral. So we're gonna go into, I can't remember if that's, some of these I can't remember if they're shimmery or not. So, and it's hard to tell in this lighting. I'm going to go into, I can't see the names here, but it is the third one of the little squares. Unless you include the big squares, then it's the 4th one. And it's just a cool toned transition shade. I'm going to put that all in the crease from the outer edge, and I'm buffing it in here all the way to the inner part. Now, I don't always need a mirror. Well, no, it's more of a warmer tone, pardon me. There is a cooler tone, but I think we're going to go with the cooler tone look. But it don't hurt to have a warmer transition. The transition helps the other shades to blend a little bit easier anyway. Now I need my mirror to make sure it's all even. I can't always tell if it's even, but that almost matches my skin tone actually. So, but I'm just buffing that in still. Alright. But yeah, I'm working on a lot of things, plus debating on finding a job besides doing blind beauty. And the side of the brush I just used was the more flat brush, by the way. Now I'm going into this plummy shade. It's the shade at the very bottom, right next to the big shade, and I'm putting that on the flat side of that same brush, really loading it up, tapping it off though. Now this is I can't do it just like her, but this is a technique that Emily Noel does where she pats it on the outer edge. Now I'm doing the outer third because my eyes are small. Just pat it on the outer lid, or outer corner, just on the lid part. Alright, now I'm going to do another dip, and I'm going to flip the brush and go right in the crease. Just windshield wiper motions, about halfway in, since I went a third way in with that other. Alright, now I'm going to take this blender brush that we used with the white shade earlier, and we're going to go upwards towards the tail of the brow, blending. This is actually a little bit bigger than I needed, but we're going all the way in pretty much. But stay focused at keeping it towards that outer, the tail of the brow. But let me switch to the fluffy side of the Eco Tools one. Now then, we're going to take a lighter shade here, and we're going to put that on the mobile lid. Like right there on the inner. I ended up going closer to half, between a third and a half on that lid. So we're going to take the top one right next to the big shade. Well, got one to pick up for me. But we're still gonna do it. Yeah, it works. I just didn't want to pick up too well. This is like a peachy type color. So it's more of a cool tone or warm tone as well, so but that's okay. We've got a cool tone outer. Now we're going to go in with the last of the square shades right next to the big shade at the top, and that's like a cream color, and we're going to buff that under the eyebrow. Now I'm taking the big color on the top, very first one, and putting that right in the inner corner. I mean right in that inner corner. Alright. And then I brush off the excess underneath. But I don't know if y'all like to get all dolled up whenever you go out or not, but I like it. Now we're going to go in with that plummy type shade that we used early on. And I'm going to put it on the very tip of the small flat side. Just dab in there. I mean, lightly dab. And go right along that lower lash line, about halfway in. And I mean, whenever I say dab, I mean like 3 touches. That's it. I can feel my lower lashes getting hit as I do this. Then I'm going to take the angled liner side of the other brush, and we're going to go in with that real shimmery white shade and put it in the inner bottom lash line, not inside yet. And I'm going to take that medium brown and put it right in the center, merging that plum and that other. Now I'm going to go in with my, I was going to do eyeliner, but yeah, I will. I think this is the L'Oreal Pencil Perfect eyeliner. I believe this is in black. And I'm just going to go real lightly on the top of my lash line. Now I'm going to go in with this solid white eyeliner, and it's by NYX. I'm going to put that in the waterline. And I meant lower waterline. I don't typically do the upper lash line. Now I'm going to take my Lash Paradise mascara, and I'm using the primer first, and then we will use the actual mascara. Okay, now we're gonna do the brows. I'm using the Lift and Snatch by Nyx. It's the marker type style. I'm trying to find a shade and I can't see it. But I like to shake it up a little bit. It has like the ball in there. So I do light strokes. Now I'm going to I'll let that dry for a minute while I do another layer of mascara. Sometimes I will take a brush like this here that has a spoolie on the other end, and I go at the very base of the lashes and roll up, and that helps get clumps out. I don't have an actual mascara spoolie. Once I finish a mascara, then I'll do that. And I also go underneath and brush them as well. Now, I've used almost all of this too. This is the Fast Sculpt by Maybelline. It has a little bitty brush on one side and a bigger brush on the other. Just brushing that through and kind of trying to hit the places that I missed whenever I did the arch. Kind of blending it rather, which is good about this. Makes it more, I can't say natural, but more blended. And yes, I've been going for a darker brow lately. Maybe not the most natural, but you know, it is what it is. You do you. That's what I say. And I've also been trying to groom my own brows. Sometimes successfully, sometimes not so. And it's another Wet n Wild, by the way, that we're using for the setting spray. Now this is a, I believe it says 202. No, it says 122 in the Neutrogena Moisture Smooth. It's a lip balm, tinted lip balm. I'm going to show you two different lips here. I like this one for wearing a mask. It's more natural on me, and I don't have to think about it. And it feels so smooth. Emily Noel 83 commented one time that it's the sweatpants of lipstick. Okay, now we're going to go in with the CoverGirl Exhibitionist lipstick. Looks like this here. It's in Euphoria. And I'm putting that on. That's a berry type tone. And you can just dab it if you wanted to for a lighter color. But it's more of a light berry. It's not intense berry. kind of like a cross between berry and plum. Alright, and that's it. Take my hair down. Fluff it out. Alright. And that's the look for today. Well, minus the setting spray. This is the Fight Dirty setting spray. My bad. I end up missing spots and going too far to the side. That's why I end up doing so many sprays. But that right there is the actual finished look. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up, as well as hit that subscribe button so that you can see my future videos. And I do hope that you also join my community on Facebook, you know, like my page, join the group if you want to, follow me on Instagram, Twitter. I pretty much have everything that I can think of, as well as I have a blog, well, not necessarily blog, but a web page, blindbeauty.info. All my contact information and everything will be right down below, and I do hope to hear from you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.